in this episode, we leave Texas on our way eventually up to Albuquerque. Man, West Texas, look at that. We do find a place to camp for the night before we head into Roswell the next day. We stumble upon a Chile Cheese Festival. I actually get to be a judge in a green chili stew competition. And of course, we have to go see the aliens. And I get a behind the scenes tour of this facility. And we also get invited to participate in a parade.
A little taco stand in the middle of the desert, eating fresh fruit in the LA heat. Traveling the country, stopping into every diner, hauling the bump right next to me. Traveling food. Traveling food.
A friend once told me that driving through West Texas was kind of boring. They were right.
Sun is shining, wind blows through my hair, car is moving fast, down the freeway, to anywhere. We are going somewhere new tonight.
To be honest, the drive was actually kind of pretty, but it just went on forever and ever. But we finally did make it to New Mexico.
My side.
Alright, we've been on the road for a while now and we are getting hungry. So we saw this little place called Tiny's Burger Barn. It looked pretty cool. And apparently they served up a pretty good green chili cheeseburger. And if you know me, I love me some New Mexico green chilies.
This is what we do. We leave it all up for sale, 'cause we are.
Another cool looking place in this little tiny town called Tatum, New Mexico. Stopped to get a quick picture, poke my head inside.
I ain't letting you.
And found a campsite for tonight. Looking at my little campsite app that I have on my phone. There's a state park called Bottomless Lakes State Park that's just outside of Roswell, so we're gonna head there for the night.
Few of us can share. Going down this road gives me all I wanna have.
So this is it, Bottomless Lakes State Park. It's been really hot, like ever since I've left. And I think tonight it's actually gonna cool down a little bit, so it should be a pretty nice night out here at the park. And right up ahead is my spot that I reserved and paid for right from my cell phone. So we just pulled up to our campground. It's pretty cool looking. We're gonna get hooked up and then go check out the lake.
I ain't letting you out of my sight. Ooh. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. 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 Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
foggy morning. Looks kind of eerie out here, but we are going to make our way into Roswell, and there's actually a festival going on today called the Chile Cheese Festival, so we're going to go check that out. I guess we must be in Roswell, and I didn't expect to hear this weird noise, but oh well. Every year in Roswell, there's a Chile Cheese Festival, and I saw it was going on the weekend. I was close to Roswell, so I knew I had to go there. I'm a huge green chili fan, and one of the highlights of the festival is these roasted chilies right on site. There was a bunch of people buying them by the huge bagfuls throughout the day. It's kind of like non-stop, so it was pretty wild. The festival has since combined with another big festival in Roswell called the Pinata Festival. So starting in 2019, the two festivals have been combined. Hey look, the Border Patrol is hiring. I do love these New Mexico license plates with the red and green chili on it. Tacos. Hey guys, Saturday afternoon in Roswell, New Mexico. It's a beautiful afternoon. It was a little cloudy this morning, but the sun just came out and it's awesome. I'm here with Buzz Graves. He's I'm gonna call you the master chili roaster, but he owns the Graves Farm and Market, is it called? Or
Graves Farm and Garden.
Graves Farm and Garden, which is just south of Roswell. And Molly over at Main Street Roswell just introduced me to Buzz. So he's hopefully gonna just tell us what makes a green chili unique. Especially for my friends in Florida, you probably just think chili with an I, but this is chili with an E on the end. Green chili, they're so good too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's supposed to be. Well, green chili is unique in three ways. When I raise it, I'm the farmer, so it's real good for me. I can sell it. First it becomes a green pod, and then later as it matures, it turns red. The same pod. From a bright green to a bright red, and I can sell it in those two stages for any of those two stages. Also, if you don't pick it and leave it on the vine, if you have too many, in other words, like a farmer usually does, you can let it dry on the vine, and then they make enchiladas, red sauce, tamales, and all kinds of Mexican-style food is made with the dried red chili. You boil the pods. The first thing you do is put them in a pot. Well, you take the stem out first. It's real dry, it just pops right out. Dump the seed. You put the pod in the pot and boil it. Bring it to a boil and it softens up and gets moist. And then you puree the pods in your blender and strain the skin off. Any kind of Mexican red sauce has come from the dried red chili. Also, you can use what I call the fresh red chili. Remember the stage that we talked about, the green is fresh, and then it turns fresh red. That's the fresh red stage. And you can also cook it the same way. It has a totally different flavor than the green. The green has a different flavor than the fresh red, and then the fresh red has a different flavor from the dried red.
Guys, it smells so good here too. I'm gonna stand up just for a second. I'm gonna show you. They have these bushels of chili peppers here that they're taking to roast them. So these are all green chilies in there, but there is a couple. Let's say this would be like the fresh red stage right here. that they popped out, and I'll take you over to the contraption where they roast them. It smells really, really good out here too. So if you guys have never had New Mexico chilies before, you got to try them. I know you can get them online nowadays too, but we're back with Buzz.
Yes. It's a matter of blistering the skin without cooking the meat inside, too much. And those tumblers are just right for that. We have pressure regulators that controls the fire, and you need to watch the length of time you leave it in there, and it'll loosen the skin where you just practically fall right off.
How long do you roast them for? Like how long are they in the
It's pretty quick, about 2 minutes.
And then is there? So I noticed people are ordering different heat levels, like a hot and a mild.
Oh, yeah.
How do you know what's going to be hot and what's going to be mild?
Well, we have different varieties of chili that are different heats. They call them scobles as the heat measurements, and we plant the varieties in different areas. Keep them separate. We sell locally to all the people. They just love the product. It's hard to grow. It's expensive to grow.
And your weather here is good?
The weather's good in New Mexico is perfect. Absolutely perfect for green chili. It's very nutritious.
And it tastes good. That's my rule.
Absolutely.
When I was in Texas, I had to eat brisket every day, and my rule in New Mexico is I got to eat some New Mexico chilies every day, which I did yesterday. So I haven't eaten yet today.
The chemical that makes it hot is called capsaicin, and it's addictive. Absolutely, I sell an addictive. Makes it a lot easier to sell.
Yeah. Get your fix every day.
If you eat Mexican food, that's sour. That's chili in it.
It's like when you're eating that hot thing, but you just can't put it down, kind of deal.
If you don't have it for 3 or 4 days, it's all of a sudden you need.
That's funny. You need your fix.
No.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go check out the rest of the festival, but I appreciate your time. That was really cool. I learned a lot about chilies. And the big question in Mexico is, do you prefer red or green? Or you could do Christmas, which is red and green. Alright, now I'm hungry and I need to find some green chili to eat. And I walked over to this table and I saw a whole bunch of awesome looking green chili. And I got talking to the people behind the counter, and they were about to do a green chili stew competition, and they invited me to be a judge. So that worked out pretty good. So I get to judge the Roswell Green Chile Stew competition.
Here, you want to?
Hey, checking in from the Chile Cheese Festival in Roswell, New Mexico. I found my way onto the judges' table, so we're going to be here. The rest of the judges, we're going to be judging. There's all the chili out there. We're each going to try some samples. There's the lady head over. All the folks from Main Street, Roswell, in the city of Roswell, putting this on, so pretty cool. Looking forward to it. Yeah, that's my game face right there. Tough job, but somebody had to do it. It really wasn't an easy job. They were all so good, kind of each in their own different way, but more importantly, it was really awesome to meet these great group of people. And to wrap it up, there was a kids' ice cream eating contest, which was actually really funny to watch. Right, now we're gonna go check out Main Street, Roswell. There's so many aliens all over the place, it's crazy. And some cool murals on the wall here, the Piñata Fest and the Chile Cheese Festival. And of course, we got to check out the International UFO Museum and Research Center. Alright, I'm a fan of this place already. It's dog friendly, so Holland and I are going to go see what the story is about all these aliens in Roswell. So on July 7th, 1947, some kind of mysterious object crashed north of Roswell. The big question is, was it the US Air Force? Or was it these guys? If you notice this newspaper, it's called the Roswell Daily Record. more on that to come later. Hey guys, I'm in Roswell, New Mexico at the International Alien Museum. But they have this back room where anybody can get into, and I don't think a lot of people know that it's here because there's this weird hallway that's behind the check-in desk. And I found this room. It's full of all these documents and old books. And to be honest with you, I feel pretty stupid looking through this stuff because a lot of it's from NASA and the physics of landing a manned spacecraft back on planet Earth, and then different engineering calculations with wind gusts on wings of airplanes and all this kind of stuff. And you look through the mathematical equations that some of these documents have, it's pretty crazy. But they have all these different boxes you can there's some magazines in here, but then there's the NASA documents and other things like that. I'm just randomly grabbed this folder. There's something to do with Ottawa, Ontario. Flying Saucer Club. And it's all included with your admission price. And like I said, it's just super crazy. Some of this stuff. Diagrams. And these are going back to the 1950s and 60s and everything, so I can only imagine what new information is out there nowadays. But pretty fascinating that the human mind can do this kind of stuff. Here's the NASA technical notes, some wartime documents and all this kind of stuff, but just all these reports that were done by different employees. But pretty crazy. I don't think the museum is packed on the other side, but there's one old man in here taking notes earlier, but other than that, I think this is kind of a secret little area. Getting a cheap dog-friendly room at Motel 6 tonight. It's really about the same price I would have paid at a campground, so we're gonna get a nice hot shower and hey, well played Motel 6, well played. But now we're gonna go off to Chef Toddzilla's place I was recommended by some folks at the Green Chile Stew competition. Hey guys, what's going on? I was at the Chile Cheese Festival in Roswell, New Mexico earlier today, and two people randomly, separately asked me where I should go to for dinner tonight. They both said Toddzilla. Chef
Toddzilla's, yeah.
Burger stand. So they're up on the north side of Roswell. It's a cool place.
107 Twin Diamond.
There you go. And it's cool because I can bring it home. They got some nice picnic table seating outside here, and I just finished
You got the Smackdown burger, but originally it's the chorizo patty with a fried egg, and Adam had it with green chili on top as well.
Because that's my rule. When I'm in New Mexico, I have that green chili
with everything.
With everything. So.
Well, see, at least with the chorizo, you get the pork, the red chili, which is local. So you're kind of there.
And that's why I chose this chorizo burger, because when I was looking at the menu, it said that they had red chili in there too. So that
I make it myself, and I use pork, bacon, and red chili from Grape's Farm.
So it's pretty awesome. It's definitely a two-fisted burger, and there's awesome stuff. They put baconaise on it.
Correct. It's bacon mayo that we make here ourselves.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for homemade sauces. They have like at least four different homemade sauces there. Out of one, they sold out of it already. but I got the
Toddzilla.
Yeah. I got the green chili ranch and the sriracha honey ketchup to dip my fries, and they do house cut, like home cut fries too, which is the way to go with French fries. But it's a cool place. How'd you start it?
My girlfriend was the director of school services, and so she was in charge of the third largest school district cafeterias. And I had been, working in the kitchens for roughly 30 years, and we said, you know what, we have enough experience, let's do it. So we started the food truck, and luckily we've done well enough to get into a building.
That's cool. It's all about working for yourself and not the man. Right?
Yeah, not working for the man. The thing that they don't tell you is that you become the man.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it was funny because I was looking at their hours of operation, and I'm like, obviously they're open 7 days a week, but I'm like, it's Saturday night right now, about almost 8 o'clock. I had to wait for the Gator game to end, and then I came out here, and I was worried that Todds might have left for the day, but I guess that's the thing. When you own your own restaurant, you're here pretty much all the time, right?
Right.
So, but it's a cool spot. They also have like a PB&J burger, which I know a couple other places do, but for some reason
ours is different because we just do the peanut butter and jelly on the bun, and then we use the chorizo patty, which adds the spiciness to it, so you get the sweet, the spicy, and the peanut. So a little bit like Kung Pao.
That's pretty cool. So they're open for lunch tomorrow, so I might come back and try that.
Oh, you definitely have to. Yeah.
But cool stuff. Again, just like a really awesome local story for Roswell. So if you're in town, check it out.
Definitely come on by and check us out.
Woo! Peace out, guys. That's it. Staying at a Motel 6 tonight, and Holland's chilling on the bed, but thanks to Motel 6 for $50 a night for the room. So he said we're gonna stay here a couple nights watching little Anthony Bourdain. I just drank a cup of coffee, so I was tired, but now I'm gonna stay up a little bit later than I thought.
Country stopping into every diner, all in the pub right next to me. Traveling We drove 1,000 miles to a football game, deep in the swamp where the Gators play. We had cheesy fries and a lemonade, then the traveling food at a second plate.
What's up, guys? It's Sunday in Roswell still. A lot of places are closed on Sundays here. But this Mexican place looked pretty good, so I'm gonna try hopefully some green and red chili items. It's super busy, parking lot slam packed. Here, it's football Sunday, but all the servers it's like house divided. It's either Broncos or Cowboys. I see a Steelers person, but other than that, it's all Broncos, Cowboys, Packers. Needless to say, the food was amazing. Another one of my favorite places to visit while I'm traveling is a grocery store. So visited a local grocery store in Roswell. It didn't disappoint. There's so many different kinds of green chili, red chili, enchilada sauces, the sole. It was pretty amazing looking at all the different stuff they had there. Makes me wish I had a kitchen and I could go home and cook, but I did pick up a few snacks. When I was starting this journey, I did buy a new tonneau cover for the back of my truck. I splurged and got one of the kind of more normal. They're actually all pretty expensive, but I got a roll-in lock, their original tonneau cover, and although none of them guarantee to be 100% waterproof, they did say it was held out a lot of the water, so I'm washing my truck and gonna see how well it kept my stuff in the back of my truck dry. Car wash. And roll-in lock. So the moment of truth here. See all the stuff I have in the back of my truck. Gas tank, 2 generators, cooler. I got my dog crate. that has a blanket in it, trash bag. But I mean, there's no sign of water anywhere. A little bit on the sides. Open it up. So there's a couple drops here in the corner, but I think that's expected. Like I said, I got two like brand new generators back here, but not worried about them. Again, a little bit of water in the corner, but very happy. Hockey sticks, they're dry. So pass the test. Hey, we're back at Toddzilla burger place. Sunday. There's a New Mexico State Fair going on that starts tomorrow. So there's a parade, and we are putting together a float for the parade tomorrow. So they're actually doing a charitable cause too for the Homeless Coalition. So, oh, and you getting some love down there? You getting some love? Got to give a shout out to a lady named Geneva, who I met at the Green Chile Festival, who does so much hard work for the Homeless Coalition of Roswell. Very cool what she does. And she does roller derby. Alright guys, this is the, again, the not so glamorous part of living on the road. You gotta strategically do laundry. Morning guys, we are at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair parade staging area. I got invited to be on one of the floats today, so pretty excited about it. It's a beautiful morning. The sun's coming out. It's a Monday morning today. The parade starts at 10. It's just after 9 o'clock right now. All the schools shut down and everything, so a bunch of high school bands and cheerleaders and all that kind of stuff out here.
Freedom is a rare thing, only a few of us can share. Going down this road.
So we are float number 23 today, and the group is a really good group of people that are raising money for the Roswell Homeless Coalition. But here's the float. We're like 30 minutes from taking off now. Holland's first parade. Hopefully she does good. Huh? Alright, we're still in the staging area. You guys are jamming out behind us. There's about 80 something floats. We're number 23. We're kind of near the front.
We are going somewhere new tonight. I ain't letting you out of my sight. Ooh. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da.
Alright, we are on the parade route. The sun's out. A bunch of people, the parade just started. It's pretty cool so far.
You gotta have a dream somewhere, no matter how it seems.
Hey, there's the UFO Museum.
On that road to somewhere, that road to somewhere, yeah. On that road to somewhere, on that road to somewhere.
Met some awesome people on the float, And now we are about ready to leave Roswell, but first we're going to go visit a newspaper factory. The local Roswell newspaper, their print facility here, so this is like the big printing machine that they use for. So tonight, probably about 11 o'clock tonight, this thing's going to be cranking, printing out all the newspapers for tomorrow. It's pretty wild. I'm going to show you, those are the big rolls of paper that they use back there.
Because we crank up the machines, all the colors you see in the newspapers are made out of 4 batches of colors.
See the blue and the, is it blue?
Cyan, magenta.
This is the, what do you call it?
It's lasered.
It's a wild.
Laser plugs, we call it.
Oh, so that was just from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. And they get burned.
Back in here again, so this room is where they do all the folding of the newspapers and add the inserts, like the grocery flyers and your Sunday ads. So that's what that machine does there. And it's pretty wild back here. This is where they get kind of folded up. You can see some papers in there still. But definitely a cool experience. I've never seen anything like this. So the crazy part was that this was the actual newspaper that published the world famous story back in 1947 about the alien crash. Well, in the next episode, we continue our drive towards Albuquerque for the hot air balloon fiesta, but first we drive through this little cool town called Cloudcroft, see these guys, and get to check out White Sands National Monument.